We are back and ready for another week. Looking forward to this week. We are today heading down to London with the Totally Branded team because we are got a little exhibition stand set up at the James Sinclair Business Masterclass. So for anyone who hasn't followed James Sinclair, incredible entrepreneur here on YouTube as well. If you haven't checked his channel out, I highly recommend you do. And he every year puts on a bit of a business masterclass, teaching everything he's learned around property, acquiring new customers, business, all the sort of tricks of the trade, and usually brings across a few guest speakers. And we've previously gone, myself and the senior team, as sort of delegates, I guess, to listen in and sort of share knowledge and understand and learn for 2 days. But this year, James's team invited us to have a stand there. And so we are setting up a bit of an expo stand with the team. We're taking some of our equipment down to offer some personalised gifts to people. And we're just be in a room filled with 400 or 500 other business owners who potentially may be able to use our services on the Totally Branded side of things. So we're going to showcase some of our products, some of the things that we offer and how we do it, and just network with people as well as try and, soak up some knowledge that's in the room. So yeah, really looking forward to it, but it's going to be quite full on. We can't set up the stand tonight until 6 p.m. in the expo hall. So we're heading down this afternoon, swamming me clobber, because we're going to be setting up the stand, unpacking boxes. So we're going to head down there. It's going to be about a 3-hour drive into London, and then get all set up, get a good night's sleep, and then hit a couple of days in London and see what we can achieve. So we're going to try and film a little bit along the way in amongst all the chaos. So we'll try and document the journey and catch up with you when we are on our way to London. That's what we're doing. Good morning from London. We are very tired this morning. We didn't have a chance to film setting up, which was a bit annoying actually, thinking back. But we managed to wrap up last night, get a bit of food about midnight, so it was a long day. But we set the stand up and actually looks pretty good. Try and get some footage there later. But yeah, looking forward to it. So tried to get a good night's sleep last night. Got about 5 hours sleep, very noisy in London. I had the windows shut, but even so, it's a lot different from Norfolk where we are. So, it's all good. Feel a bit tired, but gonna try and get a couple of strong coffees in us and power through the day. And hopefully it's gonna be a jam-packed day with lots of visitors on the stand, lots of nice conversation and some learning too at the James Sinclair conference. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Tried to catch up on some emails and some things that needed responding to this morning. And now we're going to hit the road and get some nice coffee in London when we come to London. I love going to Gales. Don't have the privilege of Gales in Norfolk. So we're going to try and find our closest Gales, get a coffee and then get over to the ILEC. That's what we're doing. We are back after a crazy 3 and a bit days down in London. As always, when Sam is not with me, I didn't capture enough down there, but it was just so full on. Really has perked me up a bit after a rough couple of weeks. Really relit the fire. I think there's something about going to an expo, an event, a business conference, anything like that, when you're around other people and there's a good vibe, good atmosphere, you're having really good positive conversations, it just lifts you up. And I was amazed at how many, I haven't actually had time to tell you about this yet, Sam. I was amazed at how many people came up to me and shook my hand and just said, thank you for the vlogs, thank you for putting real content out and not faking it, being honest. It makes me, some people really said some touching things, and it really meant a lot actually, of it's nice to feel like I'm not alone when I watch your videos and that sort of stuff. And it was just, it really made me, it was weird. I had in my head that a few people just dabble and watch, and it really took me back actually, the amount of people that caught me walking to the toilet or on the stand and come over and said hello, and meant a hell of a lot. So really enjoyed it. It was a fantastic event. And the team got so many inquiries, really nice conversations with people, we feel we could help with their branded merchandise, their uniform and everything on the totally branded side. One comment that did come up a lot when I was chatting to people about the vlogs is that they never fully understood until they saw our expo stand there showing what we did. So we don't do good enough job, people said, of explaining what totally branded actually does. I think that's because this was never meant to be like a selling vlog. We weren't doing it for that reason. We were doing it to document our journey and not try and pull loads of business in. When people do say, "Oh, I'd love to use you," that's just a bonus and it's amazing. But it was never our intention, I think, which is why we don't plug really what we're doing, or we don't intend to anyway. But incredible event. Just got back, and now we've got a tenant moving into the Gufflack project we've just finished out on. So we're just meeting Johnny over at the site now before the tenant moves in next week to flag any snags and last minutes that need to be done before I won't be going setting foot back in that property, and it will be a new home for someone. So looking forward to that. Absolutely horrible weather. I'm in my t-shirt because I've travelled up from London and we were packing down the expo stand this morning, so I'm looking a little bit rough. But that is what we're doing. We're pushing on, and then we're going to get back to the office, catch up on some emails, and then get up tomorrow and do it all again. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm getting on alright. That's George's car.
This needs to come out. Cleaner's left everything in here. That needs to come out. Well, actually, the new tenants might like some cleaning stuff. I think we're alright in here. I mean, it needs a bit of a clean, but I wouldn't say there's many issues. I'd say this is pretty good. Ready to hook up a washing machine. I am soaked from that rain. I could do another lick of paint on there. It's just dust.
Right. Yeah, I've actually got a bit. Cheers, Josh. See you later. Bye.
No worries, mate.
I know you tried to call, but Josh literally called.
Oh yeah, no worries. I was just letting you know I was on my way over.
I think Dad's coming here tomorrow and he's going to decorate and do whatever.
Oh, is he? Perfect.
Yeah.
Happy days. We are good to go. I think it is literally just looking around. I don't know what you think, but it's just little touch-ups just to leave it nice. I mean, it's not. I mean, the biggest thing I've found is around the front door.
Yeah, it just needs filling up.
Filling in and just. I mean, other than that, I think we're in a pretty good. I don't know who that is. Hello, Taylor speaking.
Oh, hi Taylor.
Hello?
Hi Taylor, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, right. No lights. Ah.
Switch was going on here.
Yeah, I think this was the one, wasn't it, John? In here.
Yeah.
Just little things. It just looks a bit naff.
Just needs touching in.
Just touching in, and then that wall there just looks really rough. Do you think? Not the whole wall here where he's done that. He's done a Kevin special, hasn't he? There.
Yeah, it's because they didn't plaster that, did they?
No, that's what I mean. That was just a touch-up wall. But I was just thinking, and even like here, you can see the plaster still. Like it just needs, at minimum, a coat of paint.
Yeah, touching.
But ideally, just give it a sand down, I think. But other than that, and it's just literally touching up. Kendall was supposedly washed the windows, but the windows look quite dirty from the outside.
Yeah, I know, they all do, but it's the same as my house. Oh, she's a bit wrong camera.
Yeah, in there, John needs a bit of a clean.
And a paint.
A paint.
Oh, Dad's got an aerial booster going in here as well.
All right. Nice. Is there an aerial? Because that's a question we might get asked. There isn't an aerial in the ceiling, is there?
I think so.
There is.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dad's put one in. That's what this wire is here that drops.
Okay, brilliant.
The blue sort of here.
I mean, this is just me being fussy, John, but that could do with just another lick. If we've got a tub of white out.
Do you know what? That's had so many.
Is it? It's just not budging it. What is it? Is it? Was it dark? That's just normal tim. You boxed that in, or that wasn't.
Fresh,
Yeah.
No,
You've got the covers for these, didn't you?
Yeah,
on the
well,
van.
I'll have to get some more because I only got stuff for the bathroom because I thought that was the one that looked.
Worst one. Yeah, I mean, it's not. Again, it's not. It could be overkill. The kitchen looks really good, all lit up. This cupboard's lovely. Big old cupboard. Absolutely. Could just live in here. See, you wouldn't even know I was here. It's just me in a dark room on a stressful day. Reset. Go in there. It's like, you know, in those days when you just want to be left alone, you could just lock yourself in there in a dark room, pretend everything, meditate, and then come back out like you've been completely refreshed.
When Mikey's been too much.
Meditate. When Mikey's playing up. When Mikey's commissioned 20 grand's worth of lighting to be installed at the warehouse off his own back.
Gosh, I better increase my invoice.
Oh, this looks good in here. Oh, he painted the pipes. See, that looks better. I don't know why we didn't just do that on all the copper. It's to save buying all those. I mean, you bought them now, but that would look better. It looks just as good, doesn't it?
Did they come back and take the door out?
No, and I'll tell you why they didn't, because I never reported it. I can get him to come. What's wrong with it then? Is it this one?
Yeah. It doesn't lock.
Oh, it doesn't lock.
Yeah, you can't. Unless it's magically sorted itself out.
You never know. Magic does happen.
Oh, it has. Yeah, it's just a bit. Can you hear it? It's
Temperamental.
not- I think it's not quite catching on that because there should be there's a bolt here that comes up, and that's not quite lining up. Well, it has done there, but it's not quite.
Is that shed empty now? Because there was loads
yeah.
of stuff in there, wasn't there?
Oh my gosh, it's no. Completely.
What? So is it broke or not?
Just a bit stiff.
Well, if we just leave you here doing that for an hour, it'd be alright. WD-40, brand new.
It just doesn't. You got to really give it a big one.
I'll give it a big one. Perfect. Happy days. Right, so there's actually not much snagging, is there really?
No.
I'm not sure how. Like, anyone think we've got brilliant tradespeople?
Quality service. Might need some topsoil on them front flower beds because they're sunk.
What, from all the rain?
Yeah. You can see where the roots are starting to.
Oh yeah. So
Just
he's pushing
need some
down, isn't
topsoil.
he? Okay, so we're really in a good place. Probably half a day, bit of painting, bit of snagging.
That grey stone's gone black.
Yeah, I know. I was just pretending I didn't see that.
I quite like it.
Yeah.
It's like the bottom of a fish tank.
Doesn't look. Yeah, that's my point. It doesn't look as nice as when it was all fresh and they were all one colour. But anyway, cool. So we're all good then, and the gate's been done. The fence has been. Well, we've just got to do the side fence, and then we're all good. Yeah. I'll leave this here, so if anyone needs it to be clean, and then I'll come and get it before I think Joe's left that here when she was cleaning.
There's a bin in there that was yours when you had your site bin.
Site bin. Oh yeah, we need that.
And your site board for the next one.
Oh yeah, we take that back. I'll sling that in the car now.
For next time.
For next job, for the next project. Look at that. Swap from advertiser. We're in.
Wow.
It's always nice to see.
Save £10 off. Oh, a job in Pentley that needs waste removing. But
Well, you ain't getting £10 off.
But you
Put £10 extra on.
Yeah, well, to be fair, the woman that lives there, she's a
Bit cuckoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want that, mate. We don't want to get involved with cuckoo. Right, we take this site board back. Plumber's coming. Sorry, what'd you say? Tomorrow.
Yes.
Cool. Happy days.
Oh, we've even cut the socket in there. They can put their microwave in there.
You really are good, aren't you?
It's a good idea putting the door this way.
Yeah. I know, not just a pretty face, am I? Right, cool. We're all good then, yeah?
So, it was a success.
Well, I haven't added all the invoices up yet. I'm just waiting for Carl's, and then we'll have a debrief. But I should be able to do that by next week, if he sends the invoice in, because he'll finish on Saturday. He'll at least give us an idea of what it's going to be, won't he?
Yeah.
Then that's it, really. Then we're up to date, and then I can cost it. We can do updated finance spreadsheet on it. See what's happening.
And then we can blame Mikey for if it went over.
Yeah. Poor Mikey gets the blame for everything, doesn't he? Cool. All right. What are you doing now? Are you leaving or are you staying?
I'll just take pictures of everything that we need to do, and I can then
Yeah,
forward it to
perfect.
Management.
Get that booked in. Happy days.
To the team.
Are you going to go out the side door, or do you want me to lock this door?
Yeah, lock it. I don't have a key for that.
Cool. Happy
Everything's
days.
handed over.
Beautiful. Handover complete. It is a gloomy day today, but we are doing something quite leveraged and quite productive that I'm quite pleased that I'm investing the time into doing. So I have got a wonderful new executive assistant who is joining me in just over a week and a bit's time. And it's been something that I've had assistants in the past, and then I've sort of shied away from having an assistant, and then I've sort of tried to do it myself, and I've sort of flitted with and without the idea, and I now am really seeing the value in getting it and getting the right person to help me organise my life, as in the last 12 months or so, my role within the company's changed quite a bit as we've grown. We've obviously got more involved in doing in starting and trying to build up other companies within the group. And so what is needed from me is very different, and the value of my time has grown in what I should be doing for the company, for our team, and for the building for a better tomorrow. And so I really do need someone to help me take away some of the day-to-day administration, organising of my emails, my life. It's not uncommon for me to, check in on my inbox of an evening and there be 180 emails, 20% of which are complete spam and crap, but there is stuff that needs action and needs dealing with. And ultimately, I just think that I need the right person to really help me perform at my best and protect my mental energy and my physical energy and my time, so that I can be spending more quality time on building for the tomorrow, and spending my time with the direct members of the team that I work with, rather than being glued to my desk too much. So that I set this up for success, what I'm really investing the time into doing is almost creating a bit of an EA manual. And I've kind of written the contents. I'm committing an hour a day for the next week and a bit before my new assistant joins me, to create like this manual, which is going to document everything from who I am, how I work, what my strengths are, what my weaknesses are, what do I think a successful day looks like, what are my preferences for my diary, time, how much time to leave in between meetings, what I'm good at, what I'm not, how to send calendar invites, how to respond to certain emails in my inbox, sort of like if the weird things happen, how we're going to have a daily meeting to synchronise and go through everything, how certain duties are currently run, almost put SOPs in there for certain things. And I've kind of literally took my notebook and to formulate this, and I've gone, what's all the stuff that I'm very good at and that is high value stuff that contributes to the organisation, and the stuff that at the level we're at this current present moment I should be spending my time on, and what are all the things that I'm getting drawn into in a given day that are completely taking me away from doing the things that I should be doing for the company. So once I've created that list, I've almost as well included an element of what do I really enjoy doing, what fires me up and what gives me a buzz, and when I think of days when I feel really crap and I haven't enjoyed myself and I'm feeling quite deflated and negative, what are the traits of that day and what have I ended up getting involved in, spending my time on. And I think the outcome that's come from it is when I'm doing things that are not pushing us forward, creating progress, doing highly challenging new things that are going to progress the company, grow the company, and when I find myself doing diary management, handling incoming calls, chasing down missing invoices, planning travel, looking at stock reordering, preparing an all-hands meeting deck, organising facilities and property maintenance things, making sure the social media posts have been done, writing HR letters, signing and scanning documents, coordinating the Christmas party, all that sort of stuff is just not the stuff that I get a kick out of and not what I feel buzzed about. And actually, the company shouldn't be paying me to do that because it's not in the best interest of our team. What the team need me to do is be building and innovating the business, because if we're not obviously growing and expanding, that means that there's becoming a ceiling for our teams because we're stagnating, so the team can't grow their personal income, they can't grow their opportunities and their challenges. So I need to be on the front foot building and building and building, and I need sort of a right-hand lady, a right-hand man, dealing with all that sort of more day-to-day stuff that needs to be done a lot better than it currently is. And quite frankly, I'm just not good at it. And so I drop the ball on basic things. So having somebody that really complements my skill set and is a bit of a guardrail to my time and my diary and filters things out, and I just have that one meeting a day, half-hour coffee in the morning where we review any emails that we're unsure about, review any challenges, any problems, offload some stuff so that I can go and work and be totally free to grow the company and work on building for a better tomorrow, and let everybody just run the today. So that's what we're doing, and what I'm doing is writing that. It's going to be like a 20-page document probably by the time I'm finished, and I'm getting everything on paper so that from day one my new assistant's got all of how I currently do things, what are the musts for me, what works, what doesn't work, where am I trying to improve, so that there's no hidden things here. It's like, these are all the things I'm good at, these are all the things I'm not good at, these are all the things that might annoy you about me, this is how it's best to communicate with me, and just getting all of my self-awareness onto paper, and really putting my vision down so they understand why I'm making certain decisions, what I'm doing, and they can really work. And we're a team, a cohesive team, laying out what success looks like for our sort of two-person team. So I'm putting that down, and based on previous mistakes I've made when trying to bring in an assistant to help run your life, this is something I wish I'd done then, and I think had I have done it, I may have had more success working with assistants in the past. So I'm trialing this, and hopefully it's going to work. But I would strongly recommend, if you're bringing someone in who is going to be an assistant to you or be in your senior team and work very closely with you, and you need to have that really clear, cohesive knit, and they get you and you get them, I would invest the time in, before somebody joins you, making that doc full of SOPs, but also some more in-depth stuff, your self-awareness, get it out on paper so that there's no airs and graces, it's everything's down. And really clearly define, what does success look like for this investment. So if the company's investing in this salary for this person, what does it need to achieve within 3 to 6 months by having that person in their role? Well, it means I need to have grown the business by at least 3 times what we're paying that person's salary, at least, more like 10 times, for this to be a good fit for the company. But laying that out on day one means that you're very clear, very concise, and you don't get into any bad habits, and everything's very clearly defined. So I'm committing to an hour of that. I've found it quite therapeutic to lay all my strengths, weaknesses out, the vision, how I currently do things, what I do like, what I don't like, and now I'm getting into some of the SOPs of how current processes are done and what I will be, of my list of what I should be doing versus what I shouldn't be doing, documenting the exact step-by-step process for all the things that I shouldn't be doing that I'm now going to be offloading, which will give me probably 60% of my week back to really focus on the bigger picture and the big growth. So I strongly recommend getting things down on paper and documenting it and giving like a manual to people. So that is what we're doing.
What happened to the Bespoke Norfolk?
I'm waiting for... I wasn't dealing with that one. Did someone
Charlotte,
else?
weren't it?
Oh, is she talking to them then?
Let's have a look. Because that was a good opportunity, that. See what I can see.
But that was my only concern, is that, I mean, it's great, the way you've set it up on the CRM, of the Totally customer is still triggering, which is brilliant, because anyone that's gone ahead, when you filter JS event lead,
yeah, because I've put the tag,
you can now see, there's 7 new customers come on board since of that thing.
Yeah.
But the ones that, and it says last quoted date, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
But there's loads on there where I'm guessing when we've been there, that we've put notes on the system to say interested in branded notebooks, but then there's no quote being raised.
No, so what's happened is they've all emailed out to the contacts and said, hi, following on from this, because we've got very limited information, wants clothing.
Yeah.
So then they've started a conversation saying, what sort of clothing do you want? How many do you want?
Okay.
So they're in talks with a lot of these people at the moment, and I think quite a lot of them were, we want uniform. Then when they've actually gone away, it's do I want it? The Bespoke Norfolk one looks like might be worth one of us following this up, because Charlotte's emailed them. Katie's come back and said, thanks for reaching out, massively appreciated. We've just received delivery of t-shirts and polo shirts from a supplier in King's Lynn. The quality's awful, so we're looking to send them back and have someone else provide them. Therefore, can we have a quote for the below? That was on Monday, and there's not been anything sent back by the look of things. There's no reply.
I'll go to Sarah in a minute.
Unless she spoke to on the phone, maybe. But
then the other thing I was going to ask is there a simple way?
Oh no, she has replied.
Oh, she's talking to him.
This morning, about 10 minutes ago.
Alright, cool. And the stuff for the next event?
Yeah.
That's all organised?
Well, not yet. I need to sort it out, but I'm trying to fight the fires initially for the next couple of days, and then I'll start working on that. But we've got a problem because Hanson and Harrison won the attendance, but Hanson is in Greece, which means A, we're going to be short-staffed, but B, I'm only going to be able to take one, which is going to be a problem because I can't then take another one, which means there's going to be 2 left in the office, so it's not going to work. Yeah. So I'm just going to have to take one.
I think given what you said though, we should definitely, given the fact that there's going to be thingy there, I think maybe we should take the engraver definitely. Because you want something that's going to really set you apart then. So I think
we've got access to electricity and all that.
I'll have to find out, but I'm sure there will be. There's going to be everyone's going to need electric there for laptops and stuff like that, aren't they?
I suppose so, yeah.
So I wonder if taking Cody and doing the engraving to give us something unique to us and create a bit of attention.
Just worry that there's only going to be 2 of us on that stand and there's going to be more people there.
Well, no, 3 with Cody, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he won't be talking to people, will he? I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to work it out.
Right.
I need to deal with the day-to-day.
I think we should pencil that in with Cody. I'll message him and just say we'd prepare for that, to like block the machine out for that. Well, it's only a day, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I think that would be positive. So, who will be left on that desk?
Charlotte, Liam, and Anderson.
And what date's that?
17th. I thought it was the end of the month, but it's not.
Okay, cool. So if it's only a day, it would do me well. I can sit up there for a day.
Yeah.
And cover and muck in and listen to the calls and what's being said and whatever, and that'd be good. And then that gives you you ain't got to worry about it then.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. All right. I'll put that in my diary.
Cool. All right.
Cool.
Cheers.
Hello. Shah, that construction lead you got. What's the latest for that?
She emailed me to basically say that she wasn't happy with the clothing that she got elsewhere. So I sent her. I was just trying to find something that was high quality, so I've done it on the Orn stuff, and that's kind of the latest.
Are you ill as well?
Yeah, my friend's
Everybody
given me
is
the
ill.
You're probably going to get into it.
You passed it round. It better not come to me.
I think it's going to come to you.
Yeah, Mitch is in there like that.
Right, so ill too.
Everybody's dying.
Yeah, so what do you...
Not me. I'm indestructible. So I just wanted to know that it's being looked after properly and that there's a... Is there a meeting been set up or anything? Would I ever doubt you? Yes.
Well, I haven't set up a meeting yet, no.
Okay, just because I think with these ones, I'm just worried that we've got to strike while the iron's hot. Everybody's warmed up from the event. We don't want to...
I'm just waiting to hear from her now. I've put her the pricing forward.
Yeah.
But I just hope we don't
I think definitely...
be upset about the pricing because it's all high quality stuff.
Well, you want to... you got to obviously sell on the high quality, haven't you? And that's why I think if you have a meeting, either you go there or they come here and you show you can go cheap or you can go premium. Here's your options.
Yeah.
The product sells itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
But I know we're busy, but I just don't want to...
Yeah, no,
we spent a lot of money going to that event, so I just want to make sure we pay for it.
I only spoke to her this morning, so...
Because there's a lot of leads on there. I just said to Mitch on the CRM that was put on there while we were at the event that says interested in notebooks, but nothing's been done with them, or at least there's no notes on the system. No, I don't know if they've all been handed out. Have they all been dished out to everyone?
Yeah.
We just I've done all mine, but I haven't put notes in the system.
Oh, cool. So you have,
I've done
handled.
it, yeah.
Oh, cool. All right,
the only one I
perfect.
haven't got is that obviously the one that I said to you about the business card.
Where you lost the business card, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not know the company at all that you can even
Literally
link to
all
track them
I've
down
got.
LinkedIn?
Is that?
David Hopkins.
But that's a very common name. There's lots of people called David Hopkins.
But would you recognise his face?
No.
Well, David. Hopefully he comes to us then.
Have you not got the business card in your work bag?
I couldn't find it, no. I'll have another look. Okay, cool. So we're on it then, is basically what I've wanted to
Yeah,
ascertain.
but I haven't set up a meeting, but she did mention about it, so I'll see what she says.
Okay, cool. But basically, like I say, we need to bring in about 14 grand of revenue to pay for the cost of going there. So, and we're at about 3 so far.
Oh dear.
However, I've got a 10 grand one that's only going to take
you
her to
keep
say
saying.
yes. Yeah, well, unlike some people, I've made progress on mine.
I've got some funding from it.
Well done, Jack.
10 metres.
Very
That was
good.
the red notebooks people. I can't remember what they were called. Do you remember the people that were handing out all the A5 molds?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We didn't even get a lead form from
they
them.
came through. What
They
did you say
came
it
through.
was?
They came through like at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow.
So, I don't know if there's someone there or not.
Oh, cool. Have you
I
tagged
think-
them? Have you tagged them on as that event
They're
lead?
already put on there. I didn't tag them because.
Oh, so they were already
Oh,
there.
I tagged them,
Oh, so that's contributing to it. Thanks for your contribution, Jack.
That's all right.
That's really good.
That's
me done.
That's
good.
E10 accountancy, that's 3k at the minute.
Oh, nice.
She emailed me back today, so.
Happy days.
And then we'll make a wish before as well, so.
Cool. All right, all good. As long as we're on it, that's the main thing.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for her.
Hi there, how you
Cool.
doing?
I just want to know about that Kings Lynn one because I'd be really keen to talk to them about the waste as well.
Oh yeah, true. That's actually good.
So-
I haven't quite yet, mate. No,
That's
Yeah,
why
they're-
ideally if there's a
I was on
meeting,
their.
I'll tag along.
They've got loads of projects going on all the time.
Yeah, if there's a meeting there, I can tag along because that would be a double bubble. Yeah? Cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm getting out of here before I get ill.
Okay.
So what you've just seen there is I've just been checking in with a couple of the team who went to the exhibition with us last week because I've seen it so many times and I just don't want to fall into that trap where you go to you invest thousands of pounds to go to one of these exhibitions, you have a brilliant expo, you get tons of leads, and then everybody's knackered. They come back, and the follow-up's just not there, and we just don't invest in the after. From my opinion, when you do an exhibition, 50%, maybe 60, is done on the stand, on the day, the investment on, getting those incoming leads. But the big win, you've only done half the job. The real hit is when you get back, getting on the phones, following up, sending the emails, making sure that actually, all these people have said, I might be interested in branded notebooks, I might be interested in pens, blah, 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 blah. They're not necessarily, when they've seen loads of other people and whatever, they're not necessarily going to be thinking, I'm jumping for joy to get back in touch with them. We need to go to them. So we collected all this information. What are we doing with it? Are we setting up the meetings? Are we having the conversations? Are we proactively sending quotes and visuals and mock-ups and stuff for products branded with their logo that they may want or have expressed interest in? And I just wanted to make sure I've got a few people that I spoke to personally, and I believe in not just palming that off to someone else. If I've had the conversation with people, so I had some good conversations with some nursery schools, some wedding venues and that sort of stuff, and I've continued. Those were ones that spoke to me. I held the conversation. I know the prospect best, so I'm continuing those conversations and carrying that on. And once I've got it ready and potentially got it over the line and they're a regular customer, then I can hand that off to the team. But I just believe in the person that had the conversation needs to be carrying that through, because I think they've established that initial rapport. So it's so easy when everyone gets back to just deal with the fires that are being fought today. Somebody needs to be holding everyone to account to make sure that we actually do what we said we were going to do for these people on the stand on the day. So all sounds fairly positive. Just wanted to check in and make sure that is happening. And I've diarised to make sure again next week that there's progress, and keeping a track on our CRM of the progress and actually the conversion and how much revenue that's bringing back in. We've got a target of about £14,000 to £15,000 in revenue as a baseline to cover the fixed cost that we spent to actually attend expenses when we were there, etc. Only takes a couple of potential clients to come on board, and we've more than covered our cost. But the trick is in actually getting them to come on board. So I'll keep you in the loop with how our first little exhibition event, expo stand went. Always been a bit sceptical, but so far, so good. That's what we're doing. We are on the road. Do love a bit of time in the car. Me and Sam are heading out to Norwich for an Age UK event. So we're very lucky. Age UK Norwich, one of our valued clients and partners, as we like to call it. And we support them in a lot of their charitable events and efforts, and we've done things over the years, like we've done a skydive where we, as a company, we got involved and raised money, and we support them with their branded merchandise and clothing and that sort of stuff. And we are working with them on putting together a little testimonial video of what they think of working with us and our partnership and all that. And so they're holding an event in Norwich, which me and Sam are going to pop into, say hello, support the event, but also we're going to grab a little bit of B-roll, and we're putting together a little bit of a promotional video to promote the charity and its mission and everything and all what Age UK Norwich are all about. So we are heading up to do that this afternoon for a couple of hours towards the end of the day, which we're going to create some content for them, and that will be positive. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I've just come out of a 3 and a bit hour quarterly finance review with finance director, management accountant, our accountants, all that sort of stuff. We do it every 3 months. We never used to do it. We used to meet with our accountant once a year, by which time everything's already happened. Now we've grown, but I wish we'd done it even before then, and I would strongly advise, even when you're small, to get into the habit, pay and invest the time in seeing your accountant for a couple of hours quarterly. So you do your monthly management accounts, do all the usual stuff that you do with your in-house team, but then have a quarterly review, because when your accounts come in, you have a bit of an agenda, and they look at performance, they give you updates on how your balance sheet's looking, they sort of wind you in, they hold me to account, they give me a bit of a sounding board. It's the closest thing we've got to having like a full-on accountant working in the business by having that, because we're seeing them every 3 months and we set goals, we look at the previous quarter, and I just think it's a real top tip that I've learned to have. So fairly positive meeting, lots going on, and yeah, just gives you food for thought. So I'm quite glad we're in the car for a bit, because it gives my brain some time to tick some stuff over and a few suggestions they've made. So that's that. And the only other real frustration is just, and you just can't write this, and I'm sure other people can relate, we are in, so for us, on the totally branded side, in the promo world, September to November is what we call peak. We make a ridiculous amount of our annual revenue in those few months. It's the busiest season for us. And every year, something happens where our staffing levels just fall off a cliff. So demand is at its highest, and we've got all this opportunity to really dominate and win loads of business and get loads of orders and have a really strong quarter ready to prop up, because December, January and February, especially December and January, it's not even worth us opening the doors. They're huge loss-making months because our market just goes quiet. Nobody's doing exhibitions and events and all that sort of stuff. So we pivot where we can. We do Christmas stuff, blah, blah, blah. But it's never the same volumes. We've never cracked it enough to bring in and make it a profitable or even a break-even month. So we rely so heavily on this quarter to be successful. And every year we get punched in the face. We've had a load of sort of people and HR related issues where we've lost a few people, had to let some people go, and it's tough, but what I've learned in the past is, if I continue to allow things to go on just for the sake of keeping bums in seats so we can manage demand, the rest of the team get really frustrated, and we've made this mistake over the years, and they end up just wanting to revolt against you, because they're like, why is this bloke not seeing what I'm seeing, and why is he not dealing with it? So had to make some of those calls, which has been a big blow and completely thrown all our plans for this having such a successful quarter out the woodwork. And then on top of that, we've got some like major virus that's working its way around the whole bloody company and just wiping everyone out. I mean, the sickness is just off the charts, and bless them, we've got some like real gems who are just trying to, Sam included, soldiering through it and trying to keep going even though they feel like utter crap. He just couldn't write it. It couldn't have happened when we were dead in February, and actually wouldn't make too much of a difference. But yeah, it's just so bloody frustrating. So you sort of sit there thinking, like studio at the moment, we're down to one person this week. The production team, we've got people off sick here, there and everywhere. It's like, sales team, so you're just putting a demand on the other people. It's just annoying, frustrating. I'm sure other people can relate, but it's just like that one window of the year when you really rely on everything just working, all of the cogs churning nicely. Something has to come up, and yeah, it's just annoying. But we'll get through it. I'm trying to improve my resilience with stuff like that, and you got to control the controllables and not let it beat you and get you down. So that's what we're doing. But I've got a call coming in, so I'm going to take that call. We'll see you later. A little book recommendation for you. I've just finished Sam Walton, Made in America. When I looked at the book, it's quite small. I thought I was going to get through it really quick, but it did still take me just over a week to smash through it. But yeah, every morning I'm up. My first sort of 40 minutes of every morning, religious. I'm up, freshen myself, and it's coffee, in peace and quiet before anyone else is up, and I'm always my head is always in a book with a highlighter extracting the key points, and that's just how I start every day. It's kind of how I just find peace, but really, I mean, I'm always reading a book. The minute I finish one, I'm on to another one. But I think a couple of people that I've met recently said I should, they like it when I recommend books, because they get sometimes some gems out of it they didn't know that aren't in the mainstream charts at the minute, some old classics. But so many of the greats have actually taken inspiration. Like there's talk that Jeff Bezos took a lot of inspiration from Sam Walton's book. And you can see a lot of Amazon's philosophy in in this book and in the Walmart story, but absolutely incredible story of growth and his way of looking at things and his approach to things, and how lean and frugal they was with their business, even when they were turning billions of dollars. So yeah, really took a lot away from that book. So I'd recommend getting into Amazon and buying one of these, a copy of this bad boy, because I took a lot from it. But yeah, just thought I'd share that with you. But that's it really. We are wrapping up another week. Full on. There's lots happening, lots going on, plenty to be frustrated about, but I'm not letting it get me down at the minute. We're going to keep pushing. We are improving every week. There's loads of great stuff happening. We had our best month on record last month ever in terms of our revenue performance for the totally branded side of things. The waste business is picking up. We've landed a few more commercial contacts who are coming on board for construction removal of their waste in Norfolk, and we are pushing a hell of a lot forward. We've got some new starters joining. We've got about 3 new people joining the business in the next week or so that's really exciting. I'm really looking forward to how the next few months go and starting to really get those final few months, the final quarter before another year is in the bag. So we're not letting up. We'll keep pushing on and take the punches when they come and get straight back up and go again. Till next week. See you then.